What's happening, folks? Back with another reaction, back with some more Robert Palmer, as well as a very vocal and underfoot Luca. And we're returning to Double Fun, 1978. Thank you again to Kim. And the next track is You Overwhelm Me. You Overwhelm Me, Luca. But yes, it's obviously directly addressed to the person being spoken to. Now, I suppose it could be in someone's head. You could be thinking about them. Yes. Thank you for proving my point. But yeah, I do wonder whether this is an overwhelming feeling more on the negative end of the spectrum, the idea of you're just too much and you ask too much or you do too much or you expect too much or you behave in a way that is intolerable, or if it's more on the positive end, like you're so amazing, you're so incredible, you provide me so much enjoyment, so much feeling, so much pleasure that you overwhelm me in a more positive respect. I know you're trying to knock everything down. Stop. The defiance. I wish you could see the sheer defiance. But yes, let's find out what it is in practice, or at least what I can pick up on. This is Robert Palmer. You hear that, Luca? It's Robert Palmer. The tune is You Overwhelm Me, and it's from his 1978 album Double Fun.
So inspired, you overwhelm me when you move your body next to mine. It's a fever, you know how to soothe and calm contentment. Only you can get to. I'm afraid to be burned by fire. You overwhelm me when you move your body next to mine. Won't you tell me? Oh, babe, I think you look so fine. You overwhelm me, yeah.
A shorter one. I'd say that's what, like 3.5 minutes? Yeah, hi, Luca. Yeah, like just over 3. So yeah, definitely a shorter one. Look. She really was trying to cause problems, this whole reaction. But okay, that did not prevent me from hearing the sonics and I think a fair slice of the lyrics such that I have an idea of what's happening here. But first, sonically, it's got more of that soul feeling. The bass line had a bit of funkiness to it, definitely a bit of a soul funk feel at the lower end of the track, but the strings gave it some elegance, and when the tune started, I did not think we were going to hear sitar. I'm pretty sure there was a sitar in there, and also some nice little keys, like piano, whether, I'm guessing that's true piano, but it could just be like a piano kit on a keyboard. But yeah, that gave it some, simple elegance in the sort of middle of the tune. So I like the way it all came together. His vocals, as I've come to learn over a very short number of songs, or very small number of songs, he has a very smooth and satisfying voice, and I think that comes across clearly here. And I think it is more on the positive end of the spectrum in terms of being overwhelmed, and he's certainly talking sensually, sexually, physically, in the way, her body moves when she's next to him. But he's also saying, like, only a fool isn't worried about being burned when they're playing with fire, when they're, in the presence of flame. And so I think he is saying, like, she's so much and she's so entrancing and she can turn him on to such a degree that he's actually worried about, it going too far and being overwhelmed, being fried a bit by how radiant and how hot she is, again, like physically, but also I think like psycho-emotionally. So I think it's a positive assessment, but he's very aware of a real danger to his psyche, to his emotional stability, and to maybe even his like physical stamina. So it seems like it's essentially a compliment, but like, you're really a lot, and even if that's in a good way, it might be too much for me. So I feel like that's kind of the attitude or sentiment of the song. And oh, there was a line that's now escaping me that I wanted to mention. If I can recall it when I write the video description, I'll do that. But again, I caught enough that I feel like that's basically the idea, that he's very into her, she seems very passionate toward him, but it's almost more than he can handle. So yeah, I feel like that's where the essence of it is. But yeah, another lovely tune, and it seems like, again, small sample size, a half dozen tunes or so, but it seems like the production and instrumentation of his tunes is, very well crafted, and in some cases, including here with the sitar, there's aspects that you wouldn't maybe think about in advance. It's like, okay, so I got a sense that at least this album, it's in kind of this soul funk vein, and yet, again, you wouldn't normally associate that with a sitar, but it works. It fit really nicely in the tune. So, another great track. Let me know what you think of the tune. Let me know what you think of Luca, and I will see you next time. Peace.